Machina, the god of the machine.
Excelsior! Excelsior, my friend. This is Mark Scott. Adapt, innovate, overcome. Devil Dog. Ooh-rah! In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. In the beginning was God, and all else was darkness and void and without form. So God created the heavens and the earth, created the sun and the moon and the stars, so that light might pierce the darkness. And the earth God divided between the land and the sea. And these he filled with many assorted creatures. And the dark, salty, slimy creatures that inhabited the murky depths of the oceans, God called sailors, and he dressed them accordingly. And the flighty creatures of the air he called airmen, and these he clothed in uniforms which were ruffled and foul. And the lower creatures of the land God called soldiers, and with a twinkle in his eye and a sense of humor that only he could have, God gave them trousers too short and covers too large, and pockets to warm their hands. And to adorn their uniforms, God gave them badges. And he gave them cords, and he gave them ribbons and patches, and stars and bells. He gave them emblems and crests, and all sorts of shiny things that glittered, and devices that dangled. You know, when you're God, you tend to get carried away in a big way. And on the seventh day, as you know, that's Friday sundown to Saturday sunset, God rested. And on the eighth day, that old 500 hours, God looked down on the earth and was not happy. God was not happy. So he thought about his labors, and in his infinite wisdom, God created a divine creature. And this he called Marine. And these Marines, whom God created in his own image, were to be of the air, the land, and the sea. And these he gave many wonderful uniforms. He gave them service uniforms so that they could wage war against the forces of Satan and evil. He gave them service uniforms for their daily work and training, that they might be sharp and ready. And he gave them evening and dress uniforms, sharp, stylish, handsome things, so they might profile with the ladies on Saturday night and impress the hell out of everybody. And at the end of the eighth day, God looked down upon the earth and saw that it was good. But was God happy? No. God was still not happy. God was not happy indeed, because in the course of his labors, he had forgotten one thing. God did not have a Marine uniform. But he thought about it, and he thought about it and finally satisfied himself in knowing that, well, not everybody can be a Marine. But this morning on the broadcast, one of the things I want to point out is that I salute every veteran, every man in uniform. You can continue it under there. That's good. Americans have been at war almost continuously since the first shots rang out at Lexington, April 19th, 1775. Today, there are 26 1,789,000 living veterans who all share something in common. We all raised our right hand. We all swore a promise to bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States of America. And that promise didn't go away when we left active duty or when we retired or stopped drawing a green check. Americans are today committed all over the world in partnership for peace operations. The U.S. Green Berets were deployed more than 1,700 times so far this year. TV ads show muddied, goose-stepping soldiers wearing UN helmets, throwing down Russian rifles with a commentary, "Their only enemy, war, UN peacekeepers." Bold capital S with a hit.